Welcome to Bespoke Diaries. Today's article is on The Power of Resilience by Faith Chipangura, Founding Director, Author, Speaker, Phoenix Publishing, Zimbabwe. Faith was born in her grandmother's kitchen, prematurely with no medical equipment to assist and no sterile environment for a newborn baby. What had been a holiday visit for her midwife mother turned out to be an unexpected arrival of a baby girl who would survive what seemed impossible. After her birth, we proceeded to live in the village with no exposure to much technology, let alone television or any other media. We fetched water 2 kilometers away from our homestead, firewood some 4 away, and school were 8 kilometers away in one direction, meaning we had to walk 16 kilometers to and from. Our life growing up was typical village life: cattle rearing, farming and other activities. Violence, prejudice and other social ills prevailed. We saw young people get impregnated and married off too soon. Gender-based violence was part of the mix. The normal thing was for young people to grow up and go to neighboring Botswana or South Africa after they finished their O-level to seek better opportunities. The select few became nurses or teachers, and never universities. Those who failed to get into those 3 categories ended up as maids around the village or as wives at that tender age. This kind of life made her yearn more to break out and get out of the village as she grew older. The amount of poverty that surrounded her and the exposure to it made her desire more and want change for herself and those around her. Certain patterns she had seen repeat themselves pushed her to pursue what she desired, though she didn't know what it looked like. The picture she had in mind was that of helping those in need, extending whatever resource she has and mobilizing women to come together for their good and the benefit of family and community. Faith wasn't sure how it would come together, and at some point, she gave up and got married for the wrong reasons. And when she married for the wrong reasons, it was the wrong person. It took her a failed marriage at the hands of an abusive husband to realize that the patterns she had desired to run away from had somewhat run into them. And the moment she sought to leave, heal and grow past that was the moment her perception changed. Healing looked like giving herself a second chance and forgiving herself for the poor choices she has made leading to her getting married. It looked like making peace with the past and forgiving that past. It looked like digging for courage from deep within and extending some grace towards herself. And enrolling on a personal development course to bring her to a point of self-mastery. From there she learnt that she could draw something from what seemed gloomy. It's from those experiences that she had to stop and identify the message deeply embedded in her. She had to look within to check who she is going to serve and how. From there she built systems to cater for the vision, which was to start a women's social enterprise which addresses issues which are shied away from by society. She resolved to create a community that brought women around to heal together from whatever may have broken them in their past or current lives, and teaching them about issues that empower them to become stronger and more resilient regardless of what their past spells. Faith drew her inspiration to write books that encourage and empower women to be the agents of the change they want to see. From those experiences, she has started a social enterprise to help women become equipped with empowerment tools to help them break poverty lines through the employment of knowledge and skills they have. It's resilience that taught her to be enterprising and to be a help by bringing solutions to her society, because had she chosen to be content in her background and upbringing, she wouldn't be sitting here with 12 books, a social enterprise and a publishing house. She took everything thrown at her by life, drew inspiration from it and used it to work for her, and for the benefit of those around her. She didn't deter when the challenge roared in her face, but she pushed forward towards the change she wanted to be and the change she desired to see around her. When Faith appears on television or in the newspapers, she always hopes that it inspires a little girl somewhere to desire more and not give up. When she looks at the 12 books she has written to date, she always prays they transform someone's life to never give up and encourage them to be resilient. She has learned that it's not in how we begin, but it's in the choices we make that we can defy all odds and forge the paths we want for ourselves. We are not where we come from, but we are what we choose to become and pursue daily. It's not easy to choose the unpopular route, but it's worth it when we see it yield the results that we desire. From her grandmother's kitchen, today she sits here Amazon published and having traveled the world. It's possible if we choose to be resilient and disciplined in our course. It has taken a lot of belief in herself. It has taken defying odds and paving a way where no one else has. Faith has won a Social Entrepreneur Award for being an inspiration, won one for being a publishing mentor as she mentors upcoming writers, and she heads one of the fast-growing publishing houses in Zimbabwe. It is possible, only if we believe we can. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Do leave your thoughts in the comments section below. For similar type of article, please reach us at contact@thebespokediaries.com, or you can visit our website www.thebespokediaries.com.